Play a game.
It's time. Alrighty, we have an ICE 3M. We are here at Aachen, because, you know, in the video that's going live in 5 minutes, I drove from Köln. So I thought, why not come here? We'll drive from Aachen. We are going to drive the ICE, but I thought, let's have a look at the station. It's not dark anymore, which is kind of cool. I've chosen a late afternoon, early evening service. It should stay light for the entire run, because chosen April. So let us join the train that hates me. Bit of a change from where we were before, and Aachen has no passengers as usual. I better turn on some stuff, eh? Zephyr. Oh, you know what else I need to start? I need to start the TSCX beast. There we go. Start. Luzbuzz. Where's Puzzbuzz? I think I've already turned on Puzzbuzz. I've already turned on Puzzbuzz. This one doesn't have Eintech or whatever it's called. So we'll shut the door. The park brake is off. Angulaten, I think that's that one, isn't it? Sit in the driver's chair. Alright. Reverser. Headlights to normal. I don't know if we're supposed to open the doors or not, but we will. Let me show you the new way to get to PZB, or AFB rather. Is it 8 or is it 9? 9, there it is. 9 and then 1 and then VSOL free Gabi. Which is of course German for cute bum. So we'll set the AFB to 40. We should test the acknowledgement button works on the thing, lock the doors, and release the brakes. Yes, they fixed the lighting, not the alighting. You're very correct there. Off we go to Köln. Oh, look at that. I was on full power already. Now we'll just leave it there. Throttle max. Safe to release. Really? I suppose it is. It's a green signal. Zug beeinflussing. Rolling out of Aachen, I didn't really notice any changes around here too much. I picked this time of day because it was slightly different lighting to the run, the side-by-side run that will go live in 2 minutes' time. I haven't done any tutorials or anything for this because it really doesn't look that much different. But let's get up in the air. So it's now Todd 4. I do think it looks better at this time of day because it's not dark and horrible. It's pleasant. But during the day, it's not so nice. The reflective qualities on the ICE window, these things, I'm not a fan of this now they're in Todd 4 because it's really bright, whereas it used to be quite subtle. So that's something that could be toned down. The PIS needs to be made more emissive. Tap tank. Hello. Why am I so old? Because I'm old, mate. I was born a long time ago. I was born when the things in your car were alive. But anyway, you put me off my stride. But that's okay. We have signal bridges. Is it time to accelerate? It is time to accelerate. There we go. Zephyr. I have to remember we're running PZB and kind of actually pay attention. Holy Trucker reckons the guy that remade this one did a terrible job compared to the one who did GWE. Hope this guy doesn't do East Coastway. This was another single developer, but he was only doing the lighting job. That's all he was really asked to do. There are a few other features here and there. There's a couple of bridges that are different. I'm not going to tell you I've picked which ones because I haven't yet. But There's some other stuff coming along that you'll spot and you'll see. Yes, and this one has really already had... It had a remaster a long time ago, and it had a timetable replacement about, I don't know, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that. Whereas GWE was kind of a, let's have another crack at this. Lots of dostos, naturally enough. Up to 120. Asahel, hello. Well, I was born a little earlier than that, my friend. Just a little. It's actually quite interesting. Implementing a Oracle product changed me from black hair and black beard to this in a couple of years. Don't ever implement Oracle products. Someone says, hey, we want you to work on Oracle. Run. Just run. We have a TSR coming. I suppose we should obey it. Flying Southerner says 5 days to go before I was in America I could drink. Does that mean it's your birthday? It's almost your 21st. That's kind of cool. Happy birthday. Real Vectron says I'd say ECW is a lighting-only remaster. No, East Coastway is more. East Coastway is actually being done by 2 different groups, Rivet and I forgot who the other ones were, but it's to coincide with... Oops, wrong button, that one. Oh no, I didn't press it quickly enough. Bugger. Pressed the wrong button. That's okay. Yep, you can shut up now. Let's rock. You may drive, little train, whenever you are ready. Or did you not reset? Did I power you up too quickly? Probably. Release. I probably powered you up too quickly. There we go. The train that hates me strikes again. Uberk says Köln-Aachen is a light remaster. Well, there you go. A light remaster. I like that. Nice thinking. Hello, Alpha. Helper says to do 45. I know, but you know, you stay 5 under. It's just safer. That way it doesn't get you a second time, which is even more embarrassing than having it get you the first time. But that's okay. Ooh, cars on a bridge. That might be different. But East Coastway is getting, as I understand it, a more significant makeover. My gut feel, based on the fact all the screenshots are in winter, is that they've actually done something cool with snow, which would be a good thing. Look, passengers, these are all the people who should be in Aachen. Now, one thing you'll notice, the PIS is more than bright enough if you're on the platform, but if you're in the train, well, it's too late for that platform, but if you're in the train, you can't really see it. Ah, hot air balloon. That's different. Go into photo mode. No, not that. Photo mode. Right, there we go. Depth of field. Whoop. Whoop. Focal point. Whoop. And we'll just take it just to annoy people and go, look, a hot air balloon on Köln-Aachen. Yay! Even though it uploads into the wrong server, I believe. Safe to release, we shall. Party on, dude. Alpha Star asked, you know, what happened to the Class 90? They did not mention anything about it in the roadmap. It only had an introduction last year, so I wouldn't expect to see it for a year. Like, about when TSW 7 comes out. Tap Tank says, stand up and shut the safety system, problem is solved. No, you want to run with safety systems. See, now coming out of there was nice with Todd 4. They actually did the tunnel well, but the downside of Todd 4, as I said in my video the other day, is you can see all the tree pop-ins so much easier. And while I can change that on PC, I choose not to. Because, you know, you guys should see what you're actually going to get, not what I can do. Alrighty, we are out of the TSR. Real Lord Vectron says, how good is the lighting in Medway? And yes, I did set it to 70. We would have got whacked again. And you legit watch that video on loop all day. That's why it's got so many views. It's gone mental. The blurry texture one's gone mental. Well, it's just got nutty. But that's okay. I don't mind. I was actually very happy with what they said about blurry textures today, because it's been a long time coming to have an admission that there's been the admission that there's a problem before. We had that, but what we did not have was the admission that it was actually their fault. We now have that. And while I don't think it will amount to terribly much, Matt did sort of hint that there might even be a reduction in stuttering. That would be amazing if there was. I think the only reason he's saying that is because there'll be less to load, and when there's less to load, it takes less time, so it makes it less noticeable. I think there'll probably be just as much. It'll just be not as long a duration, would be my bet. But you never know. Maybe I get to eat my hat. So you can see it's very hard to see the PIS from inside the train cab, whereas before you could actually read it quite clearly. That's the Todd 4. Oh, interestingly, we got a different one. It's a 204. I kept getting blue ones. There's a 363. I kept getting blue 363s there. Now I've got a 204. I don't think I've driven the 204 since the day I showed it off. SX IBA, does Remaster have station or in-cab announcements? No, it does not. There are no announcements, unless they're on one of the other trains, but they definitely are not on the ICE3. I do notice that one of the devs said that there would be announcements, but that does not appear to be the case, because I do have them turned on. Says he going too fast. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. You subscribed during the Poirot stream. I saw you pop up on the window there. I finally got a thing called Sammy working. Sammy is subscribed to YouTube, and it calls the APIs that us mere mortals can't. So as far as I know, there's only 3 or 4 organizations that can actually call these APIs. There's Streamlabs, Streamlink, Sammy, and I can't remember who the other one is. But the different thing about Sammy is you're not beholden to somebody running some crap website. It runs on your computer, and it does use a bridge on a cloud server, but you don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to pay them anything. You can choose to support them on Patreon if you like it, and now that I've actually seen it working, I probably will donate something just to help the cause. Another delightfully empty station. We should have an LZB section coming up for me to mess up coming out of. I don't think it has rail singing. Let me wait for the next CIFA and I will jump out of the cab and we'll go find out. But I don't think so. Rail singing is not new, by the way. It was actually in Sampatch grade. The original. Come on, CIFA. When you want a CIFA, you never get one. Right, CIFA. Okay, let's get out in front of this thing. We won't accelerate just yet. That would be a no. It's a train powered by bees. Holy Trucker says the route needed new vegetation. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. Lord Vectron claims lighting is good in Medway. Yeah. Oh, that's the one you watched on video loop all day. The nighttime Medway one. Yeah, that does look very good. Vectron says, can't really commit to reducing hitching because it can also be triggered by users, crazy camera switching at odd hours, and the objective thing going, because that actually stops the game. Darren Clark says, when under LZB does PZB switch off? You don't lose points because you still have it switched on. But yes, PZB becomes dormant during LZB if you have LZB turned on. I think there's an LZB section on Köln-Aachen, isn't there? I think there is. I didn't turn it on in my side-by-side video. I ran just with AFB turned on because I did not want the disturbance of getting near a well enough timed run to put them side by side, only to get stopped by PZB somewhere, because you know that would happen. Alpha says, I hope they add it to the new upcoming routes. It's really nice. It does have some issues with it. It did come out in a build. This is old enough now that it won't be a problem. Alpha Star, thank you for joining as a member. And Zephyr at the same time. And it's powering back up again. Welcome along. What was I saying? Oh yes. It was on an early build of Cajon Pass back when I was a beta, and you could hear it literally everywhere. So for some trains, just make the rails sing at the other end of the route. So it was really weird. It's one of the reasons it's not in things, but it seems to work quite nicely on Great Western Express. So perhaps it's had some adjustments. Welcome along as a member, Alpha Star. I do pop up members' stuff. Usually I try and get a couple out a month, and they either stay members forever or they come out as members first and they become something else later. There's a yellow one. Bit of container freight. So who's excited for World of Sodor? Sodor World. Train Sodor World. There you go. Oh, it's an emoji fight. It's a good thing I don't have Nightbot looking at emojis, isn't it? Unlike the Train Sim World channel. Darren Clark, no worries. Can I look down a little bit? What would you like to see? There you go. Asahao says, rail singing tested on GWE works also with the 3 cams. Good. Oop. Gratuitous sprint shot. Is it rolling along? We'll do a stopper as well, I think. So either a stopper or a freight. You guys can decide what you want to do, stopper or freight. Let me know. Matt said in the GWER preview, it's always been there, but Buggy and Audio Guys never bothered to fix it until Liam wanted to make it happen. I don't think I've met Liam in the 2 times I've been to DTG, so we shall see. That's cool, Vectron. I am dearly wishing it's coming out soon, because I'd actually like to be the thing I give away for the making 11,000. Is give away a deluxe for Thomas, because I think that'd be cool. And I'll quite happily shell out the cash for that, to thank people who have been around for such a long time. Because I know when I started this, it was literally 5 years ago. It was during COVID because I was monstrously bored. I just had no plans for it to turn into anything, and the fact that it's been quite successful is cool. It's fun. Alpha says, I was just walking around Royal Oak Station on the rails to hear the rails singing. Oh god, don't do that. There we go, into LZB. And that means I should go to AFB full. And now we'll only get hassled by Z for the rest of the way. I think those fences changed somehow. I don't think they were curly before. What's that? Junk on the side of the track in Germany? Nah, that would never happen. We've got a German guy who started at work recently, and I was talking to him today, and I commented that I really like the attitude of Europe and Germany to things like preservation of life. If you are stupid enough to walk onto an active rail crossing and get run over by a train, they don't really care. It's such a peaceful place. Turntable that goes nowhere. You don't get train horns blaring all over the place, and the train crossings, a lot of them don't even make any noise. They just go, wah. It's cool. Real Lord Vectron says, shout Liam a beer. Very nice work by Liam. Indeed. There was it Tyson or Tyrell was also helping, and there was a few of the other devs and DTG people did help with things, and a couple of modders did too, but it is mostly Liam. One of the things I'm not a fan of in this lighting remaster is they put the fat overhead line equipment on. And if you're running at 1080p on a television, I understand why you need that. You'd like to be able to see it. But, you know, for people that run at higher resolution, can we have the skinny one, please? But, you know, never mind. Flying Southerner is driving his arch nemesis, the Expert 101. I was very, very happy to see in the roadmap thing today that the new Expert train, the 145, I think it's 145, is going to have English menus. Yes. Thank you for listening to Feedback Train Sim Germany, because it's a wonderful concept, but it being in German was a huge barrier to a lot of people, me included, and I really didn't. I found it fun when I could figure out what it wanted, but you know, when you're 10 minutes in trying to figure out what the hell the thing wants, and you've got Google Translate going and you still can't figure it out, nah, it's all just too hard. So you bail on the thing, or you run it on Chaos 100 for a joke. Asahara says heavy cam use would be good for scenery and lighting update. Yeah, it would. Yeah, I'd like to have the side cam too that you drive past all the time. Tap Tank says, how do you hold the speed? I turned on AFB, so that's this lever, the VSOL lever. But at the moment, LZB is actually driving the train. I'm not. But to turn AFB on and off, it's this menu here. You'll see it at the start of the stream if you rewind. But if you go into 8, was it 9? 9, there you go. And then 1 for AFB, and then turn on VSOL Free Garby. But at the moment, LZB's driving. I'm just pressing the button. I have nothing to do with this train anymore. LZB's just... Real Lord Vectron says it's not like the trains are unpredictable in their behaviour. No, they always are. They always do something to you. It's like on Saturday when I was firing one of our locomotives 6A, which hates my guts and always does something to me. I commented to my driver and we're on the way back to Belgrave and said, I don't know what's going on today. The train's going fine. Nothing's going wrong at all. And then it threw my teacup at me and covered me in hot tea. And I thought, thanks, train. I appreciate you. This teacup, in fact. Very quiet Sifa. 24 Ks to Köln-Aachen. You missed the announcement of the English menus, so you should have watched my roadmap video, not Dovetails. Sometimes I know stuff they don't. But, you know, it was in their article. They just forgot. Brake overheating and coupler fails, correct. Expert coupling, yes, and angle cocks and air hoses. I like this idea because you have to do it on a real railway. Now, if they brought in couple of forces, that would make it German Run 8 in my book. It's the only thing missing after that. The new menu is to turn on AFB Alpha. So, used to be that AFB was on one of these buttons. Oops, LZB is going to be quitting out, I think. Speed change maybe? That's not quitting out. Still got 9 k's to go. You go into Shelton and then AFB. Choose button 1 if I can get onto it. Train keeps moving too much. And then choose VSOL Frigabi, which is this button here that's currently blank because it's chosen. And then back to the main menu. So AFB used to be on the front menu. Are we changing speeds? We must be. Otherwise LZB wouldn't be whining at me like that. That's what I like about German trains. I mean, it might be a sexy voice, but it still just yells at you. Melbourne Train Guy says, take my money. Laughing from Ibby. Chain Tracer Andy said 6A, not surprised. Yeah, she's a mean one, 6A. She always was, you know. Back when I first started firing back in whenever it was, 2016 maybe, somewhere way back when, it was 6A that defeated me. I run in 2K resolution. I've got a 5K ultra wide and I have two 1K blocks on the sides, one's for YouTube, one's for OBS, and 2K in the middle. When I play on my own, I often run it at the full ultra wide. I can't do that and stream it for two reasons. YouTube doesn't allow 5K ultra wide. It letterboxes horribly, and you can't actually stream 5K ultra wide, you can only upload it. And the other problem that it has is that I can't stream and record at the same time when I'm running in 5K ultra wide. The 4080 is just not up to it. But for normal running, streaming in the 2K window in the middle, and I run windowed borderless, which is something that they fixed in Train Sim World 6 late last year, that it started working again properly. So that's really nice because you get the full 2K. You're not losing 39 pixels to borders. We are slowing down. Where are we? 10 k's from Köln, so we're probably coming out of AFB, I would suggest. So I'm coming out of LZB, so I shall bring my speed back down to 160. And at some point I have to press LZB end. It doesn't want that quite yet. It's a pretty quick run to Köln in the ICE. Doesn't take long at all. Barely have time to get into your popcorn. And sadly, I don't think I have an end key on here. So I need to press the end for LZB on my keyboard. Oh, we have a red signal too. Better do something about that. LZB should in theory stop me, but having chatted with the YouTuber named Lockfuhrer, he says that you do not do that. You actively take control and stop the train. He's a real loco driver in Germany and Austria. Real Lord Vectron wants more expert locos, especially UK ones. Well, we're getting a 70. Maybe that will be an expert. Who knows? They haven't said. It's got cold start, that's for sure. Ibby would like to see LGV Mediterranean remastered. I'd like to see LGV Mediterranean with a stopping train on it. Because, you know, for me it's not that fun for the long runs, but that's okay. We still haven't come out of LZB yet. Oh, nearly. Got a kilometre to go. We should see an end sign that I have to acknowledge somewhere. I should not need to acknowledge this because I'm still under LZB. And it went green anyway. And the red signal has now gone green, so I could probably go back into LZB, but I won't. I'll just let it ride. Because somewhere there will be an ender. And I usually mess that up, so let's get it right. Kilometre to go. We're already down to 70. Still don't have to acknowledge because we're still under LZB. I am running with the TSCX controller. You can't see it. If you want to see it, I can turn on that camera. I think we are now out of LZB, which means I have to acknowledge PZB if it comes up from this point onwards. Ooh, they fixed the PZB magnet that always used to trip you up under there incorrectly. Just one or two trains in the yard there, and a aeroplane up above us. I'm not sure if that's one of the new plane models. It is facing the right direction. It's flying upright instead of flying with its nose down. TSCX controller would be nice, as in you want to see the thing. Let me... Shouldn't do this when I'm running PZB because I'm not watching signals. Come on. I was switched away trying to turn on the camera for that thing. So I pressed the button and then switched back. Very clever. That's okay. Can we has power? No, because I need to do that. Then do that. Then do that. Still can't has power. Don't be mean to me, train. Power? More power? No, no power. You're mad at me, aren't you, train? Okay, here we go. I've maybe never got the acknowledge, actually. Right. Now I think it'll go. Yay! There we go. Now getting back to the things. The 70 cold start sound was definitely a tease for something. Yes, I think so. Alpha says, any good US freight route loco would you recommend for TSW6? I was thinking to get something to steam sale. Look, I kind of like Cajon Pass. Only for driving downhill. Driving uphill I find it boring as, because you just put it in notch 8 and go and have a sleep. But driving downhill is actually hard. So it's more fun. I don't... I quite like... what's the one in the Appalachians? The Coal Railroad. Single track. Not everybody likes it. Clinchfield. I quite like Clinchfield. I kind of like Horseshoe Pass. I hate Boring Chasm, otherwise known as Cane Creek. We do have a red signal just up here. Probably waiting for him. Yes, English safety systems don't try and boff you in the nose. Sherman Hill's not too bad. There's some nice scenarios around the concrete plant and things like that with Sherman Hill that make it quite interesting. Now he stopped too, so we're both stopped. We'll creep up on the signal. We're waiting for something coming on the right-hand side, I guess. And it sounds good and crispy and clattery like a real diesel. Diesels only really sound like that when they're starting up or shutting down. The big Caterpillar engines that run the diesels on my railway, they sound like someone's got a bucket of bolts and they're shaking them. We were waiting for an ICE 1. That's mean. Better be me in next. Bloop said something. Don't think I've ever heard that noise before, whatever that was. Sandpatch grade is pretty good. It's a little dated now, but it's still fun to run on. I actually don't mind the uphill runs on Sandpatch grade because there's enough activity for having to slow down for curves and things like that and then try and build your power back up. Well, we've got a green. I'll just set this to 20 because we'll get away with 20. And in we go. Just trying to catch up with the chat. Asaheo says, as a real steam guy, you should explode the steam boiler in TSW. I try not to do that. I got enough grief when I blew one up into Rail Valley from people at Puff. They were kind of amused. Because, you know, real life, that would be a bad thing. Ibby would want to see the 373 Eurostar. You don't like TGV Duplex? They look weird. Real Lord Vectrons from Alpha Star says, so crisp and clattery. I did that one. Kaken the Person says, hello, I've watched your vids to get a handle on the German safety systems. Now I can't run without them. Next up are the English ones. If you've mastered the German ones, you'll love the English ones. The English ones are a breath of fresh air. They're not very nasty, the English ones at all. Samantha's buses. Laughing with just trains. Fair enough. Could be another MRCE 185 thing. EB says, Hank and the Person must say that the English safety system's way more easier to learn and use. No bias, even though I'm British. They really are, because you've got vigilance, which is DVD or VC, depending on the age of the train. There is... That's also the driver's safety device. So if you get up, the train will stop. And there's TPWS or AWS, depending on the age of the train. And with those, really, as long as you acknowledge the signals and you slow down enough as you approach signals, nothing bad will happen to you. They're pretty straightforward. It's quite nice coming in here with the sunset, with the big glass roof. God, I'm almost on time too. Wow, only a minute late. What would DV say to a minute late? Terrible. All right, let's get the doors open as we arrive at Köln, Bahnhof. It's interesting that when you're out here, you can see glass textures, but when you're in the cab, you can't. So I think that the two glass textures kind of cancel each other out, I guess. Didn't even get to look around. That's okay. So what did you want, a freight or a stopper? You can let me know what you'd like to do. Melbourne Train Guy says the Hayden branches and the GP60 look fire. I'm concerned that Hayden branches will be like Boring Chasm. It's got one kind of train that runs really slowly and you can only run one at a time. So, yeah. Chain Tracer Andy's is the F7 and the SD40s. Yes, that's Clinchfield. It's a really nice one. So I think we should pop back a level and pick something that's... Oh, we could do a Flix train with a Vectron. Yes. Vectron. Let's do one in the middle of the day so we can see how horrible it is. Köln-Aachen, go the other way. Actually, you know what we should do? Let's do a snow. Let's see what snow looks like. I haven't even seen it. Whoop. Lots of snow. Half wetness. Bit of wind. Loads of clouds. Bit of precipitation. Touch of fog. Go. Second I saw the Vectron sitting there, it had to be a Vectron. Train Tracer Andy re-saying from before, we can say 6A is a green witch. Not really. I'd love to run the Expert 101, but we would get more than 10 meters. Yes. All right, let's have a look around outside. No snow under the canopy. Good. Although there's snow on the tracks. That's a touch weird. Why is there snow on the tracks? There's no glass in that bit, maybe. And there's people. All right. In the train, let's try and remember how to set up a Vectron. It has been just a little while, so there's a key in the Vectron, isn't there? Master key. Forward. Traction brake off. And let's get the train brake on. AFB is behind me, isn't it? This thing? No, we want... We want... Luzbuzz? Puzzbuzz? And Sifa. Oh, how sexy is that voice? And... She looks angry. I'm going back in here. Is it down here, maybe? Or is it on a screen? Maybe it's on a screen. Let's have a look. Main. LZB, PZB. Systems, Bremsy, bar, signals. We need that for a start. We are in Germany, so that's fine. And we've got headlights on, so that's fine. We don't have to do anything. Camera. No, you can't turn that on. Quick bar. There we go. RFB. Oh, it was on. RFB. Okay. RFB is already on. Good. RFB. You can be quiet now. Let's let the... Oops, wrong doors. Don't let the people fall out in the right. Okay, get in, Flixies. Oh, I am there. Come on, Flixies. Get in. Are the doors open? That one's not. They were open, but they're not opening. Oh, these ones don't open. They've got passengers. That's right. Oh, there they are. Fine. Anybody getting in? No? I'll just lock them then. Can you remember how to drive a Vectron? This is the question. So AFB is not tied to that lever in this thing, so we'll have to do this one. Up to 40, I think, or 45. Let's 40 and click it. And then it breaks off and power, it should move. Yay! A little bit of slippage there on the lead axle. See how she goes. I'm being told it's safe to release, but that Christmas tree in front of me would suggest otherwise. Off we go to Aachen. Wipers. B, isn't it? It says safe to release. Clearly it's not. That got a really long way. We want a little bit more than that. Off we go, little Vectron. Yes, Vectron, you've got to press the button on top of the lever. Yeah, we have much slippage, too much power, less power. Maybe some sand. There we go. You can do it. Good little Vectron. Go, Vectron, go. Much slippage. Let's stick with less power for a while, not worry about slippage. Am I going to Newport this year? I'm not sure, actually. I haven't decided. That's the Steamrail Open Day on the long weekend. I may do. I haven't been for a couple of years, so I may do. I don't go every year because it doesn't actually change very much. Is it F? R, maybe. There we go. R. Seems to run okay in the snow. Ibby despises Vectrons. Aw, they're nice. Zephyr. Looks kind of okay in the snow, I think. Why are you going fast? Oh, LZB's taking over. Which is weird. Because the train's mad at me because it's going too fast and LZB's doing it, not me. What the? LZB, you're clearly naughty. Clearly naughty, LZB. Just going faster and faster like that. Bad LZB. Doesn't LZB work properly in this thing? I have to wonder. Alright. We'll have to take this back to 0 as well, won't we? And push the button. And take it back up to 8. Well, not 80 now, 40. Push the button. And power. This could be a while. You think AFB's turned off? Melbourne train guy. But it keeps talking. I don't think it's turned off. I think it's turned on. This one. See, LZB wants it to do 80. That's LZB. So LZB's running. So I shouldn't have to do anything now. Train should drive itself. I shouldn't even be in monitoring. Zifa. I'm pretty sure AFB's on Melbourne Tarango. You reckon I've not got the bug? No, it's running on LZB now. Because that's why it's lit this thing up. And it's saying 80 here. This is only going to go badly if I press this now. I can't when I'm running anyway by the looks of it. Yeah, AFB's definitely working because look, the speed went up with the LZB, so it should be all right. But maybe not. Could be quite right. But we'll drive because now we're in LZB. It doesn't matter anymore. Sixpa says the same thing. There's no yellow arrow on the speedometer, the sign that AFB is off. Yeah. Oh well, it seems to be, the LZB seems to be doing the right thing, so we'll just let it go. Unless it goes faster than 140, let's see what happens. If it does, I'll have to stop and put AFB on. You guys are probably correct. So if this goes faster than 160, we will soon know. Well, we missed out. Changed to 200. I didn't think LZB would work if AFB wasn't set to max. You're bouncing, Ibby. It's got suspension. And I don't think I can turn it on when I'm driving. I have a faint suspicion. I can try. I can try and throttle off. And bring the AFB lever all the way back to 0. This is going to try and stop the train when I turn AFB on though. Bad things are going to happen. That looks better, doesn't it? And now I click. And power. And CIFA. There we go. Yay! So we've got a buggy little Flix train. Noisy too. It's loud out there. EB says the German safety thing is confusing. No kidding. No kidding at all. You're not being an ass. You're being helpful. It's a good thing. What was my only criticism of you when we talked? Don't put shit on yourself so much. It's actually got passengers. Vectron says, when you think you've mastered PZB, it comes back for round 2. Yes, it does. PZB itself isn't that hard to master. Just acknowledge every bush, pole, sign, tree, passenger, train. You'll be fine. Where the issue comes in is interpreting the German signalling, because it's different on the different routes. I mean, you can turn on the helper. Is that 2 or 3? That one. You can turn that thing on. So they'll either be green or yellow or red. But I don't like that. Alpha says, and it comes back again and again. Vectron says, it's been so long since I touched a German train, I'd be starting from scratch next time. Now, I don't drive them as much as I should, to be honest. I think because most of my audience, for a 3SW anyway, falls into Brits, I tend to drive the Brit trains more than the others, which means I tend to ignore lots of the other trains, and I really shouldn't do that. Ibby says, we've seen a train every minute. Yeah, it's a pretty busy timetable. It's about 6 months old, this timetable, 6, 8, something like that. I can't remember exactly when it came out. But it is quite a busy timetable. It's certainly livened up the route. Köln-Aachen was a bit dead when it came out. MTG says it's pretty confusing, and I'm so happy TSG have deigned to allow the PZB helper on Indussi and English manuals. Yes. Very important for Indussi. I do have... Is it this? That I've been writing all my clues on? No, it's not that. I have got a bit of paper here somewhere. Just trying to keep an eye on CIFA. Which is... if I can find it... I don't know where it is. I keep it here for when I drive German trains. I can't see it. Maybe it's here. Oh, here it is. Been scribbling all over it again. And it's had cups of tea on it and things like that. This is a PZB guide. And it basically tells you which modes you run in, what your maximum speeds are, how fast you have to decelerate to get down to the right sort of speeds and not get pinged and stuff like that. So... on those rare occasions that I feel like doing it seriously, I plonk that in front of me and try and actually obey it. Ibby says it's busy. Rumpy Englishman, hello. Just said its signals change the speed you might need to acknowledge. Yeah, essentially. Anything, just if you want to be safe, just hit the button every time you see a magnet. But you've got to get it in the right place too, or it'll do it. And you do have to slow down within a certain speed curve. Still in Lasbuzz. Vectron says, if levers work with German trains, I'll get back into Vectron. Well, you know, levers work pretty well. I just told that to stop powering, didn't I, by fiddling with the brake lever? Flying Southerner survived a run in the 101. Very well done, sir. Very well done. Grumpy says, get rid of the guide in the top right and pay attention to what's in front of you. Yes, I should do that. The other thing I should get rid of is the current speedometer in the HUD. That's 6, isn't it? No, it's points. 5? No. 4? No. 2. I like having that, though. Grumpy needs to stream and teach us. I think that'd be a great idea, Grumpy. Start driving. Ibby says, I wish DTG could implement a driver learning system about how to drive the trains properly and understand how stuff works. They have to some extent, and they're getting a bit better than that. I definitely agree it could be better. With Sodor, I'm expecting more. With the new Expert that's coming out, the 145, there are supposedly going to be tutorials for driving it actually in Expert mode, which I think will be really handy. MTG says, sharing the Discord when? Oh, that PZB thing. What have I turned on? I've turned on some horrible thing. Ah! What have I turned on? I don't know how to turn it off. Ah, there it goes. I don't like HUD elements, really. I like minimal HUD. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that bloody speedo. It's annoying me. It's in general, I think. No. Accessibility. HUD type minimal, show scores, show current speed. Off. Apply. Better. I only put that up there when I'm running steam engines because they don't have speedos. With the PS DLC mounting thingo, does uninstalling a DLC help in general? Yes, it will. If you don't have that DLC installed at all. So if you... it's same on the Xbox, actually. The Xbox, if you've got more than about 80 DLC, you need to uninstall some or you're going to die. It's just that simple. With PlayStation, bring down, for now, until they fix the issue at least, bring it down to whatever things matter to most to you in the layers, and you'll be okay. Is that coming out of LZB? I guess it... yeah, it probably is. We're probably getting close to that point. Or we've just got this... No, we've got a speed change, 160. You can show us how to make PZB easy, Grumpy. That's fine. I'd enjoy that. Now, this thing should slow down by itself. It shouldn't have to do anything. It's not showing any signs of it yet, though. Ooh, that freight train's changing tracks. At speed. Oh, finally it's going to try and slow down a bit. You might have left that a little late in the snow, train. I'm just tipping. Let's give you some sand to help. There you go. I gave it enough sand to make it. Hello, Hawks. LZB end. So I'll have to take control back soon. So I want to start bringing this thing back down to 155 and click. Some of the trains have a hotkey to do that click and some don't. I think I've made my little spot full brightness too. Oh well. You should be coming out of LZB about now. We're back in PZB. So I have to pay attention again. Why are you slowing down, you bastard train? I did acknowledge. You going to speed up now? Yeah, you are. I acknowledged that. It even said, Zug beeinflussing. It acknowledged that I acknowledged. Sigh. German trains. I think the worst thing I've driven is the V90 shunter. That thing just takes anal retentive to a whole new level. And it's like that in real life, I know, but man, it's like designing a train that's designed to infuriate the driver. Grumpy said, one thing Matt taught me to be is more aware of what's in front of you. Yes, I should learn the signalling. I have actually tried to use learn German signalling. I'm just not good at it. And I keep reading chat, which is counterproductive when you're running PZB. Ibby was TSWB hardcore sim argument with 2 modes. Casual mode, kind of like this, and full realism mode. No HUD, all safety systems fully on, everything just raw and real. Well, there's nothing stopping you do that. That. Good luck. I think this will end badly. Hawk says green means go, red means stop. You know, in Germany, green doesn't always mean go. There's no little plane, a little tiny one. You see that? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. See, now I've got to watch for speed signs as well. Haven't even got that. And I'm doing it in the snow. You guys are just mean. SX Cyber says, you know, if Spirit of Steam giveaway raised community interest in boiled water-powered trains. Possibly. I haven't really heard anything from DTG themselves about it, but it wouldn't surprise me a little bit if it did. Says he trying to see speed signs, knowing that he's coming into a slowdown area, but can't remember how much he has to slow down. This could be bad. No, maybe I don't have to slow down here. So isn't this the hardcore mode, Ibby? Melbourne says, does US DLC affect UK and German ones in a total DLC limit kind of way? I think with the current issue, probably yes, because it's at least loading the pictures and the formations in. If they're not in there, it can't do that. So it probably wouldn't hurt if you didn't mind installing and uninstalling, which is an absolute pain in the bum on the console, especially the Xbox. It takes a week to download a DLC on the Xbox. Nightmare. I just minimise what DLCs I've got on the Xbox, full stop. I have the full set on PC and I keep a subset on Xbox. I noticed when I was doing the side-by-side comparison runs on this route before that it goes from pole 664 to 668. There's no 666. It's like someone's being paranoid. I get the impression the upcoming German one's going to be a little more interesting, and it has SIFA, and I think it's got Indussi. The upcoming German one, just to be a bit more challenging. Have we passed the chemical factory yet? I don't remember seeing it. Ziffer. And that is a 12. Oh no, I haven't even got the dot. I need the dot. Oh, see? That was green, but I still had to acknowledge it. Oh, I'm putting it back on. Oh, I'm putting it back on. It's fine. Told you it'd be bad. You happy now? Weekends go. Or do I need to put that back to off? Off. Some of them make you go back to off and some of them don't seem to care. There it goes. I wanted to go back to off. Peak Forest is good, Alpha Star. EB says, I still don't understand how after all this time we don't have custom keybinds in TSW. Kind of think if I ever saw it in beta or not. I thought you actually could. Can't you do keybinds? Control guide. It's got a save. So can't you change any of these? Because I actually thought you could change these. Select one. You can't select one, can I? Maybe you can only do it in the file. There is a JSON file with the keybinds in it. Reload Vectron says, you Industy at a steam train. Yep. I'm not actually in observation anymore, am I? Is it Control F? Ah! Control F presses click. That's good. Quiet, Sifa. I need a robot to press Sifa for me. His little hand reach out and go punk. MTG says it's difficult, so I genuinely enjoy UK and DE routes. The German routes are difficult to figure out the layers on. They can be a bit complex. Often they're not particularly well named. The names didn't translate terribly well, probably. Vectron says they are masochists. Yes, PZB strikes again. Ratifus, hello. Kermit the Train, yes. I'm using Control F to click the button. It's working on this one. Alex Toyne, hello, how are you? EB says 360 no scope headshots. EB says Peak Forest is overrated. I don't think so. I reckon Peak Forest has got the best scenarios in any of the routes. So I think it's kind of fun. The pick up goods scenario is one of my favorites. The Steam Gala is awesome. Do you have any idea how many times I ran Steam Gala in beta test? It's like 4,000 times before it was right. And I was working with the guy that did it. He'd go, I've made a change. It's on your computer. Try it out. So, okay. Tracing World. So TSW would also stand for Thomas Sodor World. We're almost back at Aachen again. So what do you want? A stopper or some freight? Alex says, I'm good. I've been playing some German routes recently, getting used to all the safety systems. They are interesting, aren't they? Got me a cat. He's very pissed off now. Didn't expect that, did you, cat? Talent 2 says Ratifus. Freight says Alex. Freight says Alpha. Stopper says Vectron. Maybe I should put in a poll. Should I put in a poll when I'm running SIFA and PZB? This will go badly. There you go. I managed to get a poll in without stopping. Richie, hello. Grumpy looking cat, says Ibby. Her name is Busy. Her full name's Busy being me. But, she's a strange cat. I think in these tunnels the lights don't work anymore. Because they used to light up, and they don't now. 101 expert, no chance, Ibby. Alex says I've been caught out quite a few times with PZB. I've been caught out 3 times just today. So you can see the lights are on, but in the old version, this vertical beams of light used to go up the walls of the tunnel. It was quite a nice feature. And they don't do it anymore. Hello, Richie, too, by the way. Just seeing you pop in there and not saying hello. How are the penguins today? I really should bring this thing closer to me. It's an arm's length away. Sexeba says, and when you mastered PZB on regular routes, there is Dresden with East Germany signals. Yes, and Maintelbahn has got other signals. Mittenwaldbahn's got other signals, I think. What's the other one? Niedertalbahn's got the... Is that the one with the semaphores? Ibby says, it's just me, as anybody else hate the new mod badge. That's the shield of power. Yes, the spanner was better, I have to admit. I think we might just... let's go into non-powering. SIFA. And turn you off. And turn it off.
RFB. RFB. RFB.
Now, am I going to be able to power? Yes. Good. I'll drive myself in the rest of the way. I want to get a foot button for SIFA. A foot thing would be good, so when SIFA goes off, you just jiggle your foot. Ibby likes the spanner. Penguins are quite cold, says Richie, but they like that. This is true. The power of the penguin. Alex Toyne, I guess they threw the spanner in the works, so... Oh, I'm impressed. Everything happens at once. Flying Southerner says Google and Microsoft love changing things for breakfast. This is true. Richie says, do you happen to have a list of DLCs that are needed for this timetable? We can look at the layers and try and figure it out. I don't think I've actually seen a list, to be honest. In one of the, actually no, in one of the early timetable articles, there was a list. The Talent 1, the most unloved human train. Ah. Fine. 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 Why didn't you let me drive then? Should have. Come on. There you go. Yeah, I think there was a list when the timetable updated. Flying Southern has sent you a list. That's good. Come on, you can do it. I don't want to give you more power. You'll just go all slippy on me. There we go. I even knew that 40 was coming, and I start reading chat stupidly because I'm an idiot. Ooh, a 187. They even sound manky when you just drive past them. Are we taking a loco with Dostos, or are we going to do the little, this thing that's coming in here? 423 or whatever it is. Alex says, I know it's the wait for the East Coast Way remaster. I hope to redo the Edinburgh to Glasgow route and sort out the sounds of the 385s. That's a Rivet one. Don't expect Skyhook to do any of their routes because Skyhook is just Adam these days. There's no one else there. So they're not likely to touch anything major. No acknowledge required. Surprise. Alright, let's get this thing stopped. Get the doors open. Shut Seafer up. What is this? 425. We can run a 425. Why not? Just don't make me do a Dosto. I hate them. Looks like people want a stopper, so that's good for that. Uncouple? What? Uncouple? How uncouth. Did I uncouple the wrong one? I did. Oh no, that's fine. Drive to Aachen siding. Okay. We're doing a runaround. Seems like it. I don't think Rivet will do a bad job. They've come out of their early days.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Ziva. Hope those points are set correctly. since I have not looked. SX Ibis says shortlist for SK itself. New journeys for SK Air, MSB, RSN, Good Dev Castle, Wurzburg for the IC1. HRR and the 101 and 642, I forget the route name. All the others have small AI or static. There is a lot of static stock. If you're running on console, you might want to do without the static stuff. If you get rid of your static layers and get rid of those DLC, you'll be better off, probably. There you go. A service with an uncoupling. In a platinum, despite being smacked by PZB a few times. Does anyone wonder if the Armstrong Powerhouse will ever do a route and their trains one day? It's hard to know. I mean, the other ones didn't like TSW very much and used to be very vocal about it, and they got into it. I think the main thing that would probably keep Armstrong out of it is that the can't control the DLCs. They have to be released through the platforms. The Talent 2 or the 425, 423. Let's do a 423. Why not? Why not? Why not? You'll do. Ah, we'll leave dynamic weather on. Scary. That'll be my last one today because it's coming up on 10:30 p.m. here and I have to be at work at 8 a.m. Boring. Fortunately, I only work in my day job tomorrow, and the day after I am firing a steam train. Yay! Right. Key. Forwards. Doors. Lights. High beams. Yeah, high beams is it then. Okay. Brake key? No, this doesn't have a brake key, does it? But you got to press something somewhere. And I've got to go and turn on safety systems wherever they are. Or we just do it the easy way. Oh, piss off. Piss off! No! Piss off! What brought that on? No, not you. My machine bloody started narrator crap up. No. Did I actually get all the safety systems turned on? I think I did, before narrator started. It's a good LZB, really? Huh. Who knew? Where you going? Yeah, that's better. Get back in there. No, you stay in there, mate. No, you're in there now. You stay there. Yeah, you just stay there. Yeah, let me help you. Where's the door button? God, there's got to be a door button I can press. You stay there. Ah, no. He got out. Yes, get back in. Good. No, stay in there. No, no, no. Stay back in there. Right, if I go quickly. Did he get out? Did he manage to get out? I gotta know. Oh, she did. Oh, damn it, he did. Will this work with this? Yes. Excellent. Off to Köln-Aachen. Alex Toyne says, I wonder if... Oh, I've talked about Armstrong. I'm surprised no one has talked about if you own the GWR and LBN route, you get 387 GWR HX, C2C GN and XGX. Going to make a short bid on that today. All right, cool. Okay. Was that signal not green? I was pretty sure that signal was green. Anyway, that's fine. I didn't go too fast, I don't think. I was sitting on about 40. Should have been okay. That's fine. We'll believe your train. Did I go over 40? Flying Southerner, technically they could control the DLCs or release them like mods with separate pack files. I actually... Oh god, that's on again too. I do actually think that it would be the best outcome to put all of the locos and rolling stop into separate pack files, regardless of what route they belong to. Good enough. But I think that's a fairly big change from a build and test perspective. Am I subscribed to you, Ibby? Let me have a look. Go to channel. There it is, go to channel. Yeah, I am. Alright, I'll look at your video when it comes out. Lock doors. Drive like a maniac. Go. Off we go again. We're not in monitoring, so it should be safe to speed up. Isn't 97 such a weird speed to do? Andy Ladd says, how are you? Did you finish the Orient Express? I did, indeed. I finished it tonight before we started this. When I finished the stream, because it was running through the credits, I actually discovered there's another scene. And he's got a letter from Freya. So Freya survived. And he's going to go chasing after her. So, I don't know, was there ever a sequel to that game? I bought it in a sale on Steam. It was a flash sale thing. It was, I don't know, about $9 or something. So I haven't even looked to see if there's another one. But I quite enjoyed it. Some of the talking moments are a little bit long, but I suppose they're famous passages from the book, so they want to include them. Vectron says, I think all locos should be in the core of the game. They layer on as AI, but only playable if you purchase the loco or route it's featured on. Ibby's going to go. See you later, Ibby. Have fun, mate. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, I'm not sure about putting them in core. I think putting them in individual pack files is a safe thing to do. I think putting them in core would actually be asking for trouble, because sooner or later core will get too big, because there'll be a limit for that too. Play without limits, PlayStation! Limit, 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 limit. You know how it works. Köln-Renfeld coming up. There you go.
You can stay up there all night.
Yes, play has no limits except this one, 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 this one. Nothing to see here. Lighthouse. So I've always wondered, is this actually a lighthouse? I've never wondered enough to go and find out. Well, actually, photo mode. We can go up there. Never been able to go up there before. Up. Q. Oh, I still can't go up there. That's annoying. Oh, there we go. It kicked me down again. Q. Q. No, I can only do this over the tracks, huh? Yeah, you can't even go up there in photo mode. That's really annoying. We did get up there and it threw me down again. No, never mind. Never mind. It's fine. Four days until your London trip for your 21st birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Cucumber. Don't get stabbed by a terrorist or robbed by a Romanian. Köln-Mungersdorf Technology Park number 2 coming up. And there's a TGV. Those are a train like a spaceship. Melbourne train guy says perhaps station X symbol is actually an asterisk. Maybe it's an Xbox. So who's looking forward to learning a brand new signalling and safety system for Stara Parker? Took me a little while to get used to the Dutch one. I'm really hoping for a Dutch commuter route. You can't see it. It's not happening. There is no overshoot. It's fine. There's no overshoot if I don't look at it. Yes, there is. Oh dear. Ooh, that was close. Thinking of 6 gig, Melbourne train guy. My video processing software, Caden Live, popped up and said, you've only got 760 gig free. It's like, is that a problem? That seems like a lot. Lead liquor, Galagulus Supreme, apparently. Alpha Star says, really like how the screenshots look for the Czech countryside. It does look pretty good. It looks quite busy. See you later, Rod Vectron. Thank you for coming in. Richie says, that's not an overshoot, that's just a Richie rail stop, as set out in your local railway guidance. Fair. Gratuitous but boring bridge. No cars on the roads, very sad. Köln-Lovnik coming up. I used to use DaVinci. I have 2 concerns with DaVinci. There is always the opportunity they could pull the rug out from under you and just decide not to support the free version anymore. And there's always the temptation, and they nobble their renderer in the free version too. You can't do some stuff. Whereas Caden, you've got complete control. That way. More brakes, more brakes, more brakes. Lots of brakes. Lots and lots of brakes. Otherwise, we're not stopping at Köln-Aachen at all. Might have one door in the platform at this rate. Yeah, Melbourne Trade Guy says, is that all? You better upgrade your storage. Yeah. How many doors are we going to have in? Half a train? Yes, little over half a train. That's a win. I have no idea what you're saying, Ledlicker. Can I translate your comment? I assume it's a another language. Let's see if I can figure it out. Translate. Detect language. No, it's just gibberish. Okay. Fair enough then. Flying Southerner likes Da Vinci. I used to run it. I learnt Da Vinci from a guy that actually did it commercially. And it was then that I discovered that a lot of the stuff from the commercial version is nobbled. So if you want to do strange rendering with strange VBR and strange keyframes and things like that, it's difficult, if not impossible. Flying Southerner said, I learned how to use it during my level 3 digital media course at college. There you go. You ever thought about buying the real one? Or the little twiddly decks? Richie says I need to upgrade my storage. I'm struggling with 1 terabyte. Can't add any more though as my PC is under warranty. What do you mean you can't add storage if your PC is under warranty? That's bollocks. If that's true in the UK, that's horrible. You could put on a external SSD, like, where is it? No, that's not it. Where is the little beast? I'll find it when I stop. I'd like to actually stop this time. Yes. This is 4 terabytes of USB-C magic, and it's actually quite fast. It's nowhere near as good as an NVMe. Look at this, I'm in a platform. Wow. It's nowhere near as good as an NVMe, but if you're just ripping stuff off to put somewhere else so you've got the space, then you have space. They're quite good. I don't know if they're cheap now though, because, you know, storage has gotten expensive all of a sudden. Richie says I would actually pay for Da Vinci. It's $27,000, Richie. It's a bit expensive. I think there is a cheaper version, but it's the school version. Doesn't do very much. You can't run the paddles and things, for example. Leglicker says it's language gobbledygook of the Sugandese tribe. You must be a cub leader. Richie says you can't alter it. It voids the warranty. Nah, that's crazy, Richie. I wouldn't put up with that here. But our consumer laws are pretty strong. There's this dynamic weather and it's done nothing. Frechen Koningsdorf. And then Horem, Sindorf. Now we're stopping at Sindorf. Excellent. Flying Southerner, my PC people didn't care that I modded my PC during warranty. No joke, I told an IT technician my PC arrived with less RAM than I ordered. Sent me the parts and I installed. Well, you should be able to do that anyway. There shouldn't be anything stopping you doing that. You can open your PC. It's quite a normal thing to do. I don't know about UK warranties, so check with them, but it sounds like bullshit to me. And let you keep the old RAM as well. And they probably wouldn't now. The school version's probably about £300, Richie. The commercial version that you use for proper movies is much more expensive. I have contributed to the Caden project. I gave them cash. With open source projects, if I use open source and I like it, I usually put some money into the project. It's just a nice thing to do, really. What are you doing? Best reaction ever. Too funny. I can't lock the doors yet. There's still people getting in and out. They'll walk through the wall. There we go. That's enough of them. No one gone through a wall yet? No. Oh, a few disappeared. Bit of a long run to Horham. No LZB for our track, sadly. That only applies over there, where the rich tracks are. Argos. That's like bloody Hentus's PC. He orders a new PC, and I've seen what he ordered. He definitely ordered a new machine, and he got second-hand cobbled together rubbish. It was terrible. He got a better machine out of cast-off parts from me than he bought, and it works, and he can stream from it and record from it. He's a happy chappy. And the response that he got from the computer shop was terrible. When he reported all the problems that he had with it, and he sent them all these photos and stuff, and they went, that's just normal. And I saw it and I went, bollocks, that's not normal. That's just rubbish. Your computer's made out of turds. And we got it all sorted out for him. We've got a nice running machine now. I keep all my old motherboards and processors and RAM and stuff. I have a box of the shit. Because you never know when a rig in the house is going to explode and you need to rebuild it temporarily with old parts until you can afford something new, which right now with memory could be in 5 years' time. Come on, let me out of the restriction. My train's not that long. Is that a new bridge, that one up there? Horham, next stop. I like doing that on our railway. When we pass another train in the station, you go, and they go, he's being an idiot again. You saw me acknowledge the 1,000, right? Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Pretty sure I did. But that's okay. Or was I not getting slow enough? Maybe I wasn't going slow enough. That's probably my fault. And if I don't stay under 45 now, it'll definitely be my fault. Richie says use old pieces of RAM need to be the same brand. You should put in the same type and the same speed, because if you don't put in the same speed and you put in a lower speed, the chips will run at the lowest speed. Do you know if you've got DDR4 or DDR5 in the machine? And you also, it's not a good idea to mix sizes. So if you've got, say, two 16s, we'll just call this a stop, it's fine. If you've got two 16s, don't put in an 8 as well. Quiet. Don't be so mean to me. Yeah, so generally keep them the same speed. So this machine I've got DDR 7400s, I think. And I've got another 32 gig, but it's 6200, so I'm not going to put it in here. Did I lock the wrong doors? I did, didn't I? What a clown. I need a little red nose. What is that over there? No, that way. Oh, it's a bush. I thought it was some weird statue thing in the middle of the roundabout. But it is just a bush. Alright, off we go to Sindorf, which will be the last stop for tonight, and hopefully the last PZB failure. Oh, yes. My fault. Wasn't the last PZB stop after all. Come on. Now this time we'll stay under 25. Or 24. Till it sees that bloody green signal. I forgot about that. It has to see the green signal, not just go green. And you've got 2 sticks of 4 in the old one. Off we go to Sindorf. 50 sticks, you got 2 sticks of old and the old ones. Unless on my memory is 3200. $3,200's a little on the slow side, but if that's what you got, that's what you got. Richie says, let's not have another failure. Has another failure. Yep. I am the PZB clown. It doesn't go well, especially when you're tired. I've been up since 5 AM making videos today. So I am kind of tired. Because it's almost 11 PM. I mean, I didn't need to acknowledge that? Weird. I like Maintlebarn, yes. It's the roughest track in the game, so if you want to test a train with suspension, put it on that track. It is rough as guts. You bounce all over the place. It's good fun, especially in little yards. Listen to all those noisy people that aren't here. Well, here they come. The hordes. The zombies are coming. But they're not going to get in. No, doors closing. And that should be the end of the run, I think. Doop. Yep, there we go. And I don't know how I get a platinum, because I had 1 CIFA stop and 4 PZB stops in that. How do you get a platinum doing that? I mean, really? Oh, well, that's fun, isn't it? Anyway, that's it for tonight, because it is just about to go 11 p.m. here, and I do need to be up and at work at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And while I only live about 10 minutes away from where I work, it still takes a while to get there when you're going there around school time, because there's all these people in your way that aren't normally around and don't normally drive. So they're not driving very well often. But anyway, that's all good. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you very much for coming in tonight. I appreciate the company and the chat. And yeah, you should have some fun with this when it comes to everybody tomorrow. 10 a.m. UTC, all platforms, I believe, at the same time. And you will have the new shiny lit up version of Schnellfahrstrecke Köln-Aachen. Alrighty, have fun. And next will be, I don't know, actually. I don't know, because I finished this one. Where's my rubber? I've lost my rubber. I'm not going to rub it out with my finger. There's me rubber. Because I finished Skay. Schnellfahrstrecke Köln-Aachen. That means there's only video ideas on the board. I better think of something to stream for Sunday, hadn't I? Alrighty, have fun, folks. Enjoy yourselves. I'll think of something. I'll put it up. You'll know what it is. We'll have fun, whatever it is. If you've got suggestions, you know, stream ideas on the Discord. So enjoy yourselves, and we shall see you later. Bye.